Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to start with CSIR NET GRF Chemical Science, December 2016, Part C, Series 5. Earlier, we completed Part B of this session in the single session, and also 2016 June question paper also completed. 2017, 18, 19, 20 question papers are available on the channel called the World of Competitive Chemistry. So we are going to discuss about this CSIR NET GRF Chemical Science December 2016 Part C Series 5. Let us enter into our actual concept. Here is the series 5 where we are going to cover question number 111 to 120 of the CSIR NET JRF Chemical Science question paper. Let us discuss question number 111. Products of the following reaction. Star indicates isotopically labeled carbon. Here is the compound called indole and the side chain alkyl group, then the terminal hydroxy will be there. It is stated with boron trifluoride and diethyl ether, right? So trifluoroborane with diethyl ether was added, then what will be the product we have to predict? For this purpose, we have a detailed mechanism where we are taking indole derivative and here labeled carbon is mentioned. Labeled carbon is nothing but isotopic carbon atom. C13 carbon atom was given in order to predict the mechanism. If it is not mentioned, if it is C12 itself, it is not possible to get what is the exact mechanism. That's the reason why here labeled carbon was taken in order to predict how many type of products and what will be the reaction sequence. Now it is treated with BF3OET taken twice. That is nothing but trifluoroborane with diethyl ether was added. So that this group will be BF3 being it is a Lewis acid. So here oxygen containing electrons will absorb this BF3 and there is a formation of oxonium ion. So BF3 is a Lewis acid OH group containing electrons, electron rich in nature. That's why here is the oxonium ion will be generated. After generating oxonium ion, this will become a better leaving group so that here carbocation will be generated. Generated carbocation will form a cyclic compound with this carbon atom. This carbon is able to form a cyclic compound with this one because here lone pair of electrons present and the nitrogen will be polarized. So that subsequent migration of this group and we will get here carbon bond formation. So another 5-membered ring is originated here. So from this intermediate, this is the intermediate compound, key compound. There are two probabilities. The newly generated 5-membered ring either cleaved in between these two carbons or labeled carbon and this carbon. So if we are going to cleave this carbon bond so that there is the origination of 6-membered ring, this is a compound where 6-membered ring is originated with labeled carbon at this position. What we can say here, it is assigned as, let us consider this is one ring, benzene ring, this is an indole type of ring, and here 6-membered ring is there where you can find 1, 2, 3, 4. At fourth position, we have asterisk mark, right? And one more possibility, this labeled carbon is able to bind with this carbon. So there are two probabilities, right? 5-membered ring is able to cleave either this carbon or this carbon. If this carbon got cleaved, so that a labeled carbon lays at this position only. If this carbon get cleaved, what happens? This is flipping and coming toward this side, and there is a formation of 6-membered ring. Asterisk will come near to the nitrogen. So two probable products are generated, which can be simply predicted. If you are not mentioning with this labeled carbon, so we can't find, both becomes identical. If you're mentioning isotopic labeled carbon atom, then only you can find either asterisk mark will present, this is away from the nitrogen, otherwise towards the nitrogen. So both the products are generated in the equal proportion. So this will be the product, the mixture of products will be generated. There is no provision for the generation of 7-membered ring. Being 6-membered ring is more stable, it will favor the final product formation. So that's the reason why for question number 111, option number 3 is the correct answer, right? So let us move on to question number 112. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking, this is called pyridine. So pyridine substituted with bromo, methoxy called dimethoxy, and this is called N-dimethylamide. This is called N-dimethylamide. So these are the entire functional groups present. 4 different groups are present around the pyridine ring, and now it is added with the lithium, pyridine lithium. simply you can say it is alkyl lithium. Any alkyl lithium we are taking that used to generate R minus Li plus. So alkyl lithium is the better alkylating agent. Being alkyl group is a nucleophilic, there is a possibility of nucleophilic substitution between this group and this pyridine. So that bromo replaced with pyridine ring, LiBr will be discarded in the presence of zinc chloride, palladium, DBA taken thrice PPH3. Very simple nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? Let us see the mechanism for this reaction. We are taking this entire compound called dimethoxy bromo, and this is N-dimethyl amide containing pyridine. Now it is treated with another pyridine having lithium group at second position, right? So don't think this is pyridine ring, just assume this is alkyl that attached to Li, so we can say alkyl lithium. Alkyl lithium are the alkylating agent with a negatively charged alkyl group, so that nucleophilic substitution got carried in the presence of zinc chloride. So here we will get at the second position, because here also second position, here also second position, so that here two pyridine rings are combined at second position. So we will get a major product that is pyridine substituted compound. So where we got that compound, let us see. In compound, in option number 1 we have pyridine ring at second position, remaining groups will not be affected, right? So when we are seeing option number 2 where pyridine attached instead of methoxy, being bromo is better leaving, bromo will be discarded, and option 1 is the correct answer. Need not to go for any other options. For question number 112, option number 1 is the correct answer. Simple nucleophilic substitution reaction with alkyl lithium, right? So let us move on to question number 113. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking benzaldehyde treated with TMSCN, ZnI2 catalyst, LDA is a strong base, THF solvent, reaction conditions minus 78 degrees centigrade to room temperature. Isopropyl iodide, this is the kind of alkylating agent, and neither acidic conditions and followed by hydration, and we are treating with aqueous sodium hydroxide. These many reaction conditions are provided, then what happens to this benzaldehyde? Let us see benzaldehyde and what will be the product by treating these many reagents. This question came from reagents of organic chemistry. Let us see what is the reaction sequence. First, benzaldehyde is treated with trimethyl selenium cyanide. This is called trimethyl selenium cyanide. Upon treating selenium, being it is positive, cyano group negative, what happens? This will be attached, this will participate in the addition reaction. Cyanohydrin type of reaction will be possible. So here, when we are taking this aldehyde, here carbonyl group is there, right? So that carbonyl oxygen negative carbon. So here, oxygen negative attached with selenium moiety, CN will be attached to carbon, it is generated. Nucleophilic addition product is generated. Cyano will be attached to carbon, and selenium, trimethyl selenium will be attached to oxygen. Now we are treating LDA. What is the nature of LDA? LDA will be the strong base. It will pull the H plus and generates the carbene ion. H plus will be discarded from the center, so that here carbene and ion will be generated. Now we are going to treat with isopropyl iodide. Being it is an alkylating agent, what happens? Isopropyl group will be attached to this carbene ion center, right? So here, alkylation carried on this carbon. Further, it is treated with H plus, and the water will be added. Aqueous sodium hydroxide is also added, right? What it will do? It used to generate. This ketonic group. This bond will be backpolarized. Subsequently, cyano group will be removed. Here we will get double bond O, and here isopropyl group will be there. Simply, in this aldehyde, hydrogen now replaced with isopropyl group by these many reaction sequence conditions. This trimethyl selenium cyanide working like a simple catalyst, because at the end of the product that will be regenerated, so that we can say this is a catalyst in this reaction, and the final product will be C alkylated product, that is nothing but C isopropyl benzaldehyde will be generated, right? So that is obtained in option number 4, right? So first benzaldehyde treated with TMSCN, trimethyl selenium cyanide was added in the presence of zinc chloride, that will be attached to the carbonyl center by the addition. LDA will be the strong base, generate carbene. Isopropyl iodide is the alkylating agent. Isopropyl group will be added to carbon. H plus water will used to give hydration. So hydration will be deprotection of oxygen will be possible, as well as cyano group will be discarded subsequently. It turned into PHC double bond for isopropyl that link to carbon. That is available in the option number 4. For question number 113, option number 4 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 114. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking a long chain hydrocarbon with NHCBZ. CBZ is a protecting agent for amino functional group. Now it is added with mercury diacetate, sodium bromide, oxygen, sodium borohydride. These many reagents added, then what will be the product? We have to check, right? For that purpose, we have to see the mechanism of the reaction. Starting material will be long chain carbon with NHCBZ. Here it should be NHCBZ. So here amino group with protection NHCBZ will be there, right? So it is a protected group. Now it is added with mercury acetate. Mercury acetate when added, it able to form mercury acetate when added, it able to form a cyclic compound. A cyclic compound will be generated within the compound. Within the structure, cyclic compound is obtained. Here, within the compound, here you will get mercury positive containing here cyclic compound is obtained. This cyclic compound further participate in the ring opening reaction. Why ring opening carried? Because being 3-membered, it will be highly unfavorable. So that bonded electrons will be shifted to mercury and a ring opening is possible. Here you can find this CH2HgOAC. So this kind of functional group is there. And subsequently, when this ring opening is possible, nitrogen containing lone pair of electrons will be attached. The lone pair of electrons present in the nitrogen will be attached to the center, because here whenever these bonded electrons migrating towards mercury, what will be obtained here? Carbocation deficiency is originated. Electron deficiency can be neutralized by lone pair of electrons in the nitrogen, so that there is a possibility of cyclization. When it is participate in cyclization, nitrogen 1, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, so that here 5-membered ring formation is possible. Being 5-membered is highly stable, right? So in the ring systems, 5-member is more stabilized one, so that here NCBZ containing 5-membered ring and remaining functional groups as such. This methyl remains as such. When methyl is towards the VR, obviously remaining bulky group will go away from the VR, because stereochemistry minimum repulsions are preferable. That's the reason we here this group will go away from the VR. Dotted line bond is indicated here, so that we will get HgOAC group. Entire this all group will mercapto group will be going back. So sorry, mercury group will be going back. Now it is treated with sodium bromide. Upon treating with sodium bromide, this OAC functional group now replaced with the bromo. HgBr will be generated. So HgBr further treated with molecular oxygen. Molecular oxygen when treated, what happens? So molecular oxygen will form a peroxy linkage in between. So there is a origination of peroxy linkage in between the carbon and bromo functional group, right? Because what is the structure of molecular oxygen? Oxygen double bond oxygen will be there. That will be inserted. That will be inserted between carbon and bromo, so that mercury will be discarded. There is a O single bond O. This is called a peroxy linkage. The bond formed is called a peroxy bond. Now, what we will do? This hydrogen will be discarded. Bonded electrons will polarize towards this side. We will get carbon oxygen double bond, and this OBr group will be eliminated from this one. So finally, what is eliminating? HOBr, hypobromic acid hypobromous acid will be eliminated, and we will get here aldehydic functional group. Aldehyde, upon treating with sodium borohydride is the reducing agent, right? That's why here aldehyde converted into primary hydroxy compound. The final product is 5-membered ring with NCBZ and this terminal carbon having hydroxy functional group. Let us see where it is provided. In option number 4, we have this. In option number 1 and 2, 6-membered ring formation is not at all possible. And option number 3, double bond origination is not at all possible. Only the possibility is option number 4. What we will do? When mercury OAC taken twice is added, mercury diacetate is added, what happens here? Olefinic double bond on this terminal center will be cyclized. And later, these electrons present on the nitrogen will cyclized with this carbon atom, so that 5-membered ring will be generated and we will get terminal CH2 HgOAC will be generated. Sodium bromide when added, what happens? OAC group now replaced with bromo, HgBr will be generated. Later, molecular oxygen will replace mercury, so that peroxy linkage will be possible. Peroxy linkage is very mild, labile bond, so that it will be cleaved very easily. So what happens upon cleaving that bond, there is a formation of aldehyde on the terminal center. That aldehyde can be treated with sodium borohydride. Now aldehyde turned into primary hydroxy finally. So for question number 114, option number 4 is the final product. So by using all these reagents, again it is a part of reagent chemistry. So now let us move on to question number 115. The question number 115, it is a part of aromaticity, organic chemistry. Aromaticity, from that segment, the question was given. The correct match for the following products in the column A with the properties of column B is. So here, cyclooctatetraene was given. Cyclooctatetraene was given. Here it is a bicyclic system. Here it is tetracyclic system was given. The cyclooctatetraene treated with 2 potassium, then what will be the nature of the compound? After treating, what will be the nature of the compound? Right? So cyclooctatetraene treating with sulfuric acid, strong acid will be treated, then what will be the product nature in terms of aromaticity? Again, here bicyclic system, upon heating, what are the transformations and what is the nature of aromaticity? And tetracyclic ring treated with the 2 potassium molecules, and then what will be the nature? So let us go with its mechanism and we will get what will be the nature of all these products. Whenever cyclooctatetraene is treated with 2 potassium, what potassium will do? Potassium being it is the first group element, alkali metal, that used to give one electron donor it is. So that cyclooctatetraene will be added with one electron, so that anion will be generated. We are adding 2 potassium, 2 moles will be added, so that 2 electrons will be released. Those 2 electrons dianion generation, vicinal dianiol generation is possible. So it is a kind of 4n+2 pi electron system. 4n+2 is nothing but 4 into 2, 8, 8+2, total 10 pi electrons are available, because within the ring we have 8 electrons, 9, 10. Total 10 electrons are available within the system. It clearly obeying Huckel aromaticity, right? 4n+2 rule obeyed, and even the molecule is entirely planar, so that we can say this is aromatic in nature. What are the important parameters for aromaticity? One is 4n+2 should be obeyed, and the second is planarity should be there, cyclic compound should be there. All are obeyed by this compound, so that we can say this is aromatic compound. And let us move on to compound number 2. Again, it is cyclooctatetraene. Upon treating with sulfuric acid is a strong acid which used to release a H plus, being it is a Bronsted acid. So that here protonation of one of the double bond is possible. Whenever it got protonated, remaining center will get the charge. Here H will be there. Again, there is a possibility of 10 pi electron system, and the cation is generated. We can say it is planar, and it is said to be a homoaromatic conjugated system. It is a kind of homoaromatic conjugated system. Upon treating with sulfuric acid, homoaromatic compound is generated. And next is about bicyclic system. This bicyclic system, compound number 3, is subjected to heating. When it's subjected to heating, what we will do? Ring expansion possible. This bond will be cleaved. So how can we cleave? So this pi bond is shifted towards this side, and this sigma bond is ruptured, and this is moving towards this side, so that we will get cyclooctatetraene. Bicyclic ring turned into a monocyclic by the ring expansion type of reaction. This is said to be a non-planar. It is a completely puckered ring. It is not possible to get 8-membered ring in a single plane, so that it will be the puckered. So this is only one of the parameter. Plenarity is an important criteria for aromatic nature. And 4n+2 is also not obeyed. So Huckel aromaticity formula is also not obeyed by this one. Hence, we can say this compound is non-aromatic in nature, right? So when this bicyclic system subjected to heating, cyclooctatetraene is generated, which is non-aromatic. Now let us move on to last compound, that is tetracyclic ring. In this tetracyclic ring, let us see whether conjugation is there or not. Double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single. Entire system is in conjugation except this bridgehead carbon atom. There is no conjugation. Conjugation is missing here, right? What we are doing, we are treating with this 2 potassium. What potassium will do? Potassium will release 2 electrons so that here negative charge will be then generated. Again, we can say this molecule here, no conjugation is present in this bridgehead carbon atoms, being these 2 carbons are said to be sp3 hybridized. Sp3 is not at all preferable. That is also one of the conditions for aromaticity. All carbon should be sp2, plenarity, 4n+2 pi electron system, and even cyclic system. All these are the parameters for aromatic nature. So here sp3 carbons will not satisfy that aromatic nature, so that it is also not a aromatic compound. Let us see one with the P, one with the P. So here it is purely aromatic. We can say it is aromatic compound. 2 with a homoaromatic. 2 with a homoaromatic S. 2 with a S will be mapped. 3 with R. 3 with R in the sense bicyclic system. What happens when it heated? It turned into a 6-membered cyclooctatetraene, which is a non-aromatic. And this 4-membered ring becomes anti-aromatic compound because all the rules got violated. That is said to be a anti-aromatic compound. 4 with a Q. All got satisfied in option number 1. For question number 115, option number 1 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 116. The correct starting material A in the following reaction is, here reagents and final product is given. What will be the starting material we have to predict? For that purpose, we have to go retrosynthesis actually. Means the product to starting material retrosynthesis applied. Let us take options. From the options also we can go and we will get what will be the product, right? So let us see the mechanism of the reaction. We are taking starting material. Here one of the reagent is given CH3CH2, CH3C OET taken thrice. This compound we are taking CH3C OET taken thrice was taken. So when one of the OET group is discarded, so we will get carbon OET double bond with the oxygen positive charge. Now it will be added with one of the compound given in the options. O benzoyl was there on the terminal center. Second, this is the first carbon. Second carbon hydroxy is there. Third and fourth double bond is there. Fifth carbon CH3 group is there. Now it is added with this compound, right? Whenever this compound is added, so what happens? Here we have oxygen with a lone pair of electrons. This oxygen with lone pair of electrons will be added to the carbon, just like nucleophilic addition at this center, right? So the carbon will be added at the center. So OET taken thrice will be present around this carbon atom, and the entire group, entire straight chain will be as such. Okay. So this compound, what we will do in this compound, one of the OET group is discarded and we will get carbon oxygen double bond again. So carbon oxygen double bond is generated within the compound, so that we will get OET double bond O positive ET, oxonium ion is generated. Further, it used to remove one of the hydrogen, and this group is removed, so that here there is a formation of CH double bond CH2. This is called double bond alkene, and here OET group remains as such. This is a compound generated. Here you can clearly observe this is considered as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They participate in sigmatropic rearrangement. They participate in sigmatropic. What kind of sigmatropic? 3-3 sigmatropic rearrangement is possible. How it is possible? Let us see. This pi bond is shifted. Sorry, this pi bond is shifted, and this pi bond is shifted towards this side. This pi bond is shifted. Here the new bond formation is possible. Now this entire alkyl group from this first position to third position got shifted, and the ether linkage turned into a ketonic bond formation. right? So here this olefinic double bond is there, right? This olefinic double bond is participate in the new carbon-carbon bond formation. This third center binds with third center. Third center binds with third center. This olefinic bond will be shifted here. Here you got carbon-carbon double bond. Now, whenever this is shifting, here this bond is moving towards this side so that carbonyl group is formed. So in this way, very clearly, we got ester linkage at the terminal center, and within the ring we have a olefinic double bond, right? So this is a kind of compound generated, and that will be the major product. So product is given. Only the thing we have to know is what is the starting material. The starting material is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon chain with O-benzyl, OH, and the olefinic double bond, right? That is given in the option number 2, right? So this is a starting material. If you are taking this, it will be treated with the CH3COET taken thrice. So it will be reacted and followed by reaction with this one, and we will get the final product this, right? So for question number 116, option number 2 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 117. This is also the part of organic chemistry, heterocyclic chemistry. What is the ring? It is imidazole ring, right? So here 5-membered ring with the 2 nitrogens at 1,3 position called imidazole. So imidazole ring is present, and another benzene in benzyl group is also there, and here we have NH2 functional group at ortho position. Now it is added with mixture of NaNO2 HCl. This is called sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid. Sodium nitrite hydrochloric acid under acidic conditions, this is a well-known familiar reaction called diazotization. This is the process called diazotization. Whenever primary amines are present upon treating, aromatic primary amines upon treating with NaNO2 HCl, there is a formation of HNO2. HNO2 is called nitrous acid. That nitrous acid used to bind with this NH2, and there is a diazonium salt will be generated. Benzene diazonium salt will be generated. From that benzene diazonium salt, here is the diazonium salt. From this benzene diazonium salt, under acidic conditions, what we will do? Under acidic condition, H plus will be discarded so that here formation of carbocations possible. And this charge, sorry, H plus will use to absorb the H, acidic condition will absorb the H minus, and there is a generation of carbocation. Carbocation will be generated. So here, this kind of arrangement is highly unfavorable. This kind of arrangement, it will destabilize the ring structure so that it participates in the ring flipping. What we will do, we have to flip the ring in 180 degrees rotation so that the group present in the right hand side now flip it to left hand side. Flipping is nothing but just rotating the molecule, right? So whenever it got rotated, what happens here? Bond cyclization is possible, and we will get the final product in this manner. This is the final product where imidazole ring side bond formation is not possible. Why imidazole ring side bond formation is not possible? Why we are going to flip the bond? It's very clear, right? Because nitrogen, nitrogen, here also nitrogen, nitrogen. These many nitrogens on the same side, is it favorable? No, because 4 nitrogens all are developing highly repulsive forces. That's the reason why if we are moving these 2 nitrogens to another end, what happens when ring flipping is possible? There is a provision of 2 nitrogens are left side, these 2 nitrogens are right side, so that repulsions will be minimized. In that way, stereochemistry will be generated where product is having least energy and most stability, right? The product will be 2 nitrogens are moving in the left hand side, remaining 2 nitrogens are moving in the right hand side, right? So that is provided in the option number 2. Option number 1 is having all nitrogens on the same side. That is not at all preferable. 2 nitrogens right side, 2 nitrogens left side. This is the preferred least energetic, most stabilized form. So this is purely the reaction called diazotization followed by ring cyclization, right? So for question number 117, option number 2 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 118. So in 118 question, the major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking a bicyclic ring system with a side chain ONO. right? Nitrito group is there, and another alkyl group is also present at second position. ONO group is there, and H nu conditions, the delta position is free. There is a possibility of named reaction called Barton reaction. What is Barton reaction? So when nitrito group is present at the first position, it participate in free radical pathway, and nitrosyl group will be shifted to delta position. So delta position nitrosyl group containing compound is generated, that is called Barton reaction. After the Barton reaction, and another reagent is given, that is hydrolysis. So whenever that nitrosyl group is there, that treated with water, subsequently turned into a ketonic functional group. So option number 1 is the tentative answer. Let us see the mechanism in order to get the exact product from these 4 options. Let us see. We are taking ONO group, and upon treating with H nu condition, simply it participate in Barton reaction. Barton reaction is nothing but this is the functional group containing carbon is considered as an alpha carbon atom, adjacent called beta, and the next position delta, and the next position gamma, and the next position is called delta. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta positions are there. Delta carbon is preferential to attach with this NO in order to minimize the forces of repulsions. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta position will be attached with this nitrosyl group. NO group will be attached here. Subsequently, ONO turned into OH group. Okay, this is purely free radical mechanism, and it is a kind of photochemical reaction. Upon light irradiation, this kind of reaction got carried, and a delta NO group containing product is generated. This nitrosyl group is attached at delta position. So now there is a ketoenol tautomerism. This is a kind of ketonic functional group. We can convert this ketonic into enolic form. Enolic form is also possible here, because here also we have free hydrogens. After this enolic form, we are subjecting it to hydrolysis. Water will be added so that this double bond will be cleaved. OH, 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 OH will be added, and subsequently turned into carbonylic functional group. This now turned into double bond O. So the final product will be option number 2. So it is Barton reaction followed by hydrolysis. The product will be 1, where we have ketonic functional group. In this compound 2, ketonic group is not there. So option number 1, we have ketonic functional group by the hydrolysis of this NO group. So for question number 118, option number 1 is. Let us move on to question number 119. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking a twisted compound where epoxide is there, and a side chain alkyl group is there, and only we are subjecting it to protonation, right? Acidic conditions are employed, then what will be the product? Let us see the mechanism. We are taking the starting material. It is a kind of 4-membered ring, but it is in twisted form, right? So this will be subjected to protonation. Obviously, oxygen will be protonated because oxygen having lone pair of electrons. Upon protonation, there is a formation of oxonium ion. This oxonium ion used to participate in ring opening reaction. Why ring opening? This is twisted compound. Twisted compound is highly strained compound. So that ring opening is the only the option it will participate. So whenever ring opening is possible, there is the formation of 4-membered ring system with this double bond OH positive, right? So here double bond OH positive now deprotonated. Now it will be deprotonated, and there is a possibility of double bond O, and only in the adjacent position we have CH2, CH2, CH3 and methyl. So this is the final product what we are expecting from this reaction. So this is 1-3 is not 2 is only the correct answer. Remember 3-membered not at all possible, only 4-membered, because compared to 3-membered, 4-membered is critically less hindered one. That's why option number 2 is the correct answer for question number 119. Let us move on to question number 120. This is the last question of the series. The major product formed in the following reaction. We are taking the compound which is called carbohydrate. So it is the glucose derivative. So cyclic pyranose ring system is there, but in this, one of the OH group is turned into OAC, acetylation is possible, and here benzylation, here benzylation, here CH2OH, benzylation got carried, here also benzylation got carried, right? So two are benzylation process, here we have O-phenyl, O-alkylation, here we have benzylation. Okay, so these many substitutions are present on this cyclic glucose ring, cyclic glucose pyranose ring. Now it is added with one equivalent of dichloro dicyanobenzoquinone, which is called a DDQ, in the presence of CH2, CH2, H2O. So this is the solvent we are CH2, Cl2, H2O. Dichloromethane and water will be added. Very simple. Only one equivalent is added, right? So DDQ, there are so many applications are there for DDQ. So whatever compound is given, if it is a saturated one, that used to convert into a benzenoid structure, that is one of the major application. If we have OH functional group which is protected with this benzyl group, so it used to deprotect that one. So deprotection is also possible. Deprotection is the primary use of this one. So all are benzene rings only. There is no question of that converting saturated into unsaturated. Only the possibility is deprotection of this hydroxy functional group. These many hydroxy groups are there selectively. Even though these many hydroxy functional groups are there selectively, this deprotection is possible. Deprotection is possible for this kind of hydrogen, because this group is a better leaving group when compared to remaining all. So DDQ, if more than one equivalent is given, remaining all protected groups will be deprotected. But within the problem, they clearly mentioned only one equivalent. One equivalent means there is a compatibility factor which will move on. That should be predicted. For that purpose, being it is a better leaving group, this group will be discarded, so that we will get OH functional group only at this position. Which position it is? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth position OH group will be generated. That is available in compound number. Fourth group benzyl is there. In the second also it is there. Third is also there. In the fourth one, that turned into OH. So that's the reason why for question number 120, option number 4 is the correct answer. Remaining groups will not be impacted. Only this benzyl group will be deprotected in the presence of DDQ. DDQ having multiple applications. Among all those, the major application will be deprotection of hydroxy functional group. So here we have alkyl group on the oxygen. Being this is a better leaving group, this will be preferentially deprotected in the presence of one equivalent of DDQ, right? For question number 120, option number 4 is the correct answer. By this, the entire series have been completed. Thank you very much for your patience.